Have you ever wondered why the price of a movie ticket is higher on the day of the release of a Marvel movie than the day after? Or why flights to Las Vegas are cheaper during the weekdays but more expensive on weekends? You already know that the price of a good or service is determined by the forces of demand and supply. Let's see how. We are going to use an example of pineapple to explain how demand affects the price because we can graph it really well. So here you can see a downward sloping demand curve, and it shows the relationship between the price of pineapple and the quantity demanded. In this case, that happens at point E, where the quantity demanded is 8,000 pineapples and the price is $12. The change in price that happens at the intersection of the demand and supply curves is called the change in the equilibrium price. This price is called the equilibrium price, and the quantity of the goods sold at this price is called the equilibrium quantity. In Part 2, we'll explore what determines the demand and supply of a good or service and how changes in these factors shift the demand and supply curves. We'll start with the demand. That is how much of the pineapple consumers want to buy at each price. Changes in these factors shift the demand curve. For example, if the price of pizza increases, the demand for pizza will decrease. Changes in these factors shift the supply curve. Let's start with the price of the factors of production. If the price of a related good or service increases, the demand for pizza will increase. For example, the factors of production used to make pizza are flour, tomatoes, cheese, and workers. In the next lesson, we'll learn how the market achieves the equilibrium price and quantity without any coordination among the buyers and sellers. See you there. If the price of one of the factors of production increases, the supply of the good or service will decrease. For example, if the price of hamburgers increases, keeping the price of pizza the same, consumers will switch from buying hamburgers to buying pizza because now pizza is relatively cheaper than before. If the good or service is a substitute, the supply will move in the same direction as the price of the related good or service. For example, if the price of chicken increases, the supply of beef will increase. Producers will find it more profitable to sell beef instead of chicken, so they will supply more beef. Similarly, if the price of chicken decreases, the supply of beef will decrease. Producers will find it more profitable to sell chicken instead of beef, so they will supply less beef. If the good or service is a complement, the supply will move in the opposite direction as the price of the related good or service. For example, if the price of chicken increases, the supply of eggs will decrease. Producers will not be able to afford using as many eggs to make chicken, so they will supply less eggs. Similarly, if the price of chicken decreases, the supply of eggs will increase. Producers will be able to afford using more eggs to make chicken, so they will supply more eggs. This will increase the demand for pizza and the demand curve will shift to the right. The opposite will also be true. If the price of a related good or service decreases, the demand for pizza will decrease. For example, if the price of hamburgers decreases, keeping the price of pizza the same, consumers will switch from buying pizza to buying hamburgers because now hamburgers are relatively cheaper than before. This will decrease the demand for pizza and the demand curve will shift to the left. Consumers will buy less pizza because now pizza is relatively more expensive than before. This change will be reflected in a movement along the demand curve. Similarly, if the price of pizza decreases, the demand for pizza will increase. Consumers will buy more pizza because now pizza is relatively less expensive than before. Again, this change will be reflected in a movement along the demand curve. Welcome to our course on microeconomics, where we'll answer these questions and much more. On the vertical axis, we measure the price of pineapple. A substitute is a good or service that can be used in place of another good or service. For example, if the price of tea increases, the demand for coffee will increase because now coffee is relatively cheaper than before. Coffee and tea are substitutes. A complement is a good or service that is used together with another good or service. For example, if the price of tea increases, the demand for sugar will decrease because now sugar is relatively more expensive than before. Tea and sugar are complements. The demand for a good can also increase or decrease when the consumer's income changes. If the good is a normal good, that is most goods, the demand will increase as the consumer's income increases. For example, if your uncle gives you $100 for your birthday and you decide to spend all of it on clothes, the demand for clothes will increase. The demand for a good can decrease when the consumer's income changes. If the good is an inferior good, that is a low-quality good, the demand will decrease as the consumer's income increases. For example, if your aunt gives you $100 for your birthday and you decide to spend all of it on cheap clothes, the demand for cheap clothes will decrease. Now imagine that the price of pineapple is $12. At this price, consumers want to buy 8,000 pineapples per week. If the price of pineapple increases to $14, consumers will want to buy 6,000 pineapples per week, and so forth. All these data points can be plotted on the demand curve. A movement along the demand curve is called the change in quantity demanded. That is the change in the quantity of a good or service that consumers want to buy because of a change in its price. In this first lesson, we'll explore how the price of a good or service is determined by the forces of demand and supply. But this is not the only price at which producers can sell their pineapples. They could also sell them for $14, say, and they would sell 6,000 pineapples per week. If they lowered the price to $10, they would sell 10,000 pineapples per week. And if they set the price at $8, they would sell 12,000 pineapples per week. These data points can be plotted on the supply curve. A movement along the supply curve is called the change in quantity supplied. That is the change in the quantity of a good or service that producers want to sell because of a change in its price. On the horizontal axis, we measure the quantity of pineapple. Now, if the price of pineapple is $12, producers want to sell 8,000 pineapples per week at this price. The price of a good or service is determined by the forces of demand and supply. That is where the two curves intersect. There are two types of changes in the price of a good or service, those that happen at the intersection of the demand and supply curves and those that don't. What about the price changes that do not happen at the intersection of the demand and supply curves? Well, if the price is below the equilibrium price, like here, at point A, the quantity demanded is higher than the quantity supplied. So consumers want to buy more pineapples than producers want to sell. When this happens, there is a shortage of the good and the price will increase until it reaches the equilibrium price. Similarly, if the price is above the equilibrium price, like here at point B, the quantity supplied is higher than the quantity demanded. So producers want to sell more pineapples than consumers want to buy. When this happens, there is a surplus of the good and the price will decrease until it reaches the equilibrium price. This brings us to the end of part 1 of this lesson. The demand for a good or service is determined by three main factors: the price of the good or service itself, the prices of related goods and services, and the consumer's income. Now let's assume that the price of pizza stays the same. There are two types of related goods: substitutes and complements. The supply of a good or service is determined by two main factors: the prices of the factors of production and the prices of related goods or services. The factors of production are the resources used to produce a good or service. The supply of a good or service can also increase or decrease when the price of a related good or service changes. And this brings us to the end of this lesson.